My name is Richard A. Stewart, Jr. I am currently the president of Pittsburgh Branch NAACP Pittsburgh. I'm also a retired deputy commander from the Allegheny County Sheriff's Office. Right now, I'm working in the area of civil rights and have been doing that for 30 plus years. I enjoy civil rights work. I enjoy advocacy work, but I'm also a product of law enforcement. I'm working hard to mesh both of those together. When I'm talking about putting those together, I'm talking about police-community relations. Okay, and it's trying to get that together with civil rights and working with the community. And I think it can if we just listen, talk, instead of reacting. I think we'll get there. There's a need for it, and I'm here to do it. Helping others is what motivates me every day that I get up. Where I got started, I think, is back when I was in grade school. I was a protector of children. Of course, I was a child myself. I was a junior patrol boy at St. Richard's Elementary School and a senior patrol boy in the 8th grade. I think that's where my career in looking out for people started there. Of course, after high school, I went into the military, United States Marine Corps. And out of 7 years, I put 3 years in military police. And I was a protector of people's rights and of people, trying to do the right thing by helping people along the way, our military personnel. Upon being discharged, I worked at the county jail for a year, trying to protect people's rights within the confines of that institution. And from there, I went on, I left that area, and I started driving a truck until I got my opportunity to go in the field of law enforcement. But in the meantime, I was approached by a long advocate, an individual by the name of Harvey Adams. He was, at the time, a sergeant with the Pittsburgh Police Department, but he was also the president of NAACP Pittsburgh. He's the one that got me started on this long trail of civil rights. I received my first membership from him 30 plus years ago. And from then till now, I've been trekking along, working and assisting people with civil rights advocacy, and also helping them when they have a problem in that area of law enforcement, whether it be they guilty or innocent. I would always try to help them along, to give them a better way of doing things. And that's where I think it got started, back in grade school to present time. I'm still working in that area of civil rights advocacy and will continue working in that area. And that's what I like to do. As a leader, you should value being very trustworthy, being honest, caring, competent, and dedicated. As a leader, you should value those. You should set your values high, with high standards. Myself, that is the core of my values every day, being transparent. And I value that. When I'm talking to folks and they can talk to me and share things with me and tell me that that's what's on their mind, I value that because they can trust me. They know that I'm transparent and that I'm dedicated in the work of what I do, advocacy work, and I value that day in and day out. One of my greatest accomplishments was becoming president of the Pittsburgh branch NAACP. And along the way, we were able to increase the memberships to a higher level, and along with also making the general public aware of other things that NAACP does in the advocacy work in that arena. Also, in my career at the Allegheny County Sheriff's Office, I had rose through the ranks from a deputy 2 to that highest rank. But let me explain. There were 2 other individuals that had came before me, and they had rose only to the rank of lieutenant. I had an opportunity to break that ceiling, and I was promoted to deputy commander. In doing so, I was able to sit at the table to make key decisions that implemented things that were being done in the department, and they're still being done to this day. Also, one of my favorite is family. I am a father, a grandfather, and a great-grandfather. I have a big family, and that is a favorite accomplishment of mine. I am now being able to get the chance to see those children and spend some time with them. Those are some of the accomplishments. There are others, but these are key to me. The most challenging part of my job is being the president and keeping people focused. What I mean by keeping people focused is to be able to understand what the NAACP does. We are an advocacy civil rights organization. We are here to help and advocate civil rights. We cannot solve everybody's problems, but we can advocate for it. We can talk. We can meet with organizations. We can meet with people. We can work in that arena. It's hard to have people pay attention and have people be understanding, because this is volunteer work. Nobody gets paid. We do this out of the goodness of our heart. What I try to have people understand is we give of our time away from our families to do advocacy work. And I think we're doing a pretty good job. We don't get everything done, mind you, but we're still working hard at it. And we're doing what we can do to get it done. Just remember, it's volunteerism, advocacy work in the arena of civil rights. This is an accomplishment. And of course, I have a board that I have to work with. And that's challenging enough in itself, because there's times when we don't agree, but we agree to disagree, and we vote on it. And when it's voted on, that's the way it goes. But we do the work. We come here every day to do this work. Now we have to do it mainly by computer and by phone because of the pandemic. But we're getting it done. We're not sitting back on our laurels. We're getting it done. It's a little slower because we're not in and out of the building on a regular basis. But we are still working in advocacy work for you. Well, I guess I have to give up one of my secrets. And the secret is what a lot of people don't know about me. Well, for years, I walked around with hands off, a bulldog type attitude. I guess maybe I didn't talk to people like I should have. I was almost non-approachable, but I was respectful, but I was non-approachable. But in reality, it was just a facade. And some people found out and started sharing it with people, and I told them, stop giving up my secret. And the reason why I had that is I kept individuals, I guess, away from me that I didn't want to really deal with. But in reality, I wouldn't say I'm a marshmallow, but I am a respectful, giving person. If I had to give you the shirt off my back, I would do that. Or I would go get you a shirt. If you were hungry, I would feed you. Okay, if you needed a ride, I would ride you and bring you back. These are some of the things that only certain family members knew or some close friends knew. And I swore them to secrecy. Well, they started giving up my little secret. So that's maybe one of them. It might be a couple more that I'm not thinking of, but that's the most important one. I'm not that hard, crusty individual. I am a giving person. I love God. My faith is strong. And I will do for you as I can do. So that's one of my secrets. The message I would like to share with our young adults is be respectful of your elders. Listen to your elders. I understand that you are now in higher education. I understand that you are working and you're on your own. But it doesn't hurt to give respect to your elders because they came before you. They have what you call some advice or some wisdom to hand off. I've told my grandkids and kids and great grandkids, I have something to share. If you're willing to listen, I will tell you. I'm not telling you to do what I did, but I'm explaining it to you. You can take that, mold it the way you want it, and use it. But the biggest part is be very respectful of other people's feelings. Respect garners respect. So please, if somebody older than you is talking to you, give them respect. Okay? Try to talk intelligently and leave the street lingo in the street. Because that's what I do with my kids, my grandkids and great-grand. Talk to me intelligently. I will come to you. I will answer. Okay? That's important. We need to get back to respect, either in the house or in the streets. That's most important that people need to know. Respect one another.